guys, hello, hello, hello. I am so excited. Okay, why? Because I am done with the first interrogation of Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Oh my god. So, this one's gonna be a long one, so get your coffee, your tea, get comfy, okay? And then at the end of it, I found something, and I'm going to put the receipts at the end just to show you, okay? So, there was about 57 an hour left of the video. Oh, before I get started, this is not a session. This is not a spiritual session. I already did the spiritual part. If my baby walks in, that is okay with me. If it's not okay with you, just keep it moving, okay? So, yeah, she can walk in anytime she wants to. This is her house. So, it starts off with her saying, he killed my mom, okay? He was supposed to just visit me. We seen the text, okay? I thought we were going to be outside. See, this outside scenario actually fits into play with what I'm seeing, okay? And this outside scenario connects with what I'm seeing and what I also found that I'm going to show you receipts of, okay? So I'm just going to underline that whole outside, okay? And sit together on the porch. So she's like really just trying to distance herself from everything she did, okay? And still today does, okay? He came inside. She clears her throat. You know, give her extra time to think a little bit. He walks to her mom's room. How can somebody just walk to somebody's room? Like, you can't just walk to my room. You have no idea where it is, okay? So for her to just say he walks to my mom's room lets me know, and everybody else that's paying attention, that she told him where her mother's room had to have been, okay? We need to go outside, she says. My mom was asleep in her room. We know she didn't think it was to sit on the porch, okay? When she says, we needed to go outside, when he's walking to my mom's room that he had no idea where the mom's room was without me telling her, right? So then it says, wait, or maybe I said it, hold on. But I do think, it happened with Dan on the porch, okay? I think everything started with her having Dan over on the 8th and 9th. Why? You'll see. How can he walk to the mom's room if she didn't tell him where her room was, because she didn't mention that part. You know, she left that out. Meaning you directed him to her room, not saying you need to go outside. So it 100% contradicts this go outside theory that she's trying to push, okay? Or story, okay? She's an author. She likes to tell stories. Now she got up to show him. I'm sorry. So it goes from her saying, we have to go outside, like they're in the hallway, to I got up. So y'all were sitting down. Listen. Now she got up to use the restroom as if she was sitting on the porch with him, which we know she wasn't because Nick never mentioned anything about sitting on a porch, okay? But I do believe this story she's telling. I do believe she was sitting on a porch with Dan, okay? With Dan. Nick never mentions sitting on a porch. He had put me in the bathroom. It also sounds like Dan put me in the bathroom when she says this, but we'll go with he. Totally sounds like Dan. And locked it. But the lock is on the inside of the door. Right. Mom cried, right? She cried and she called her name and she was screaming her name. So I'm just saying, if somebody would approach you while you're sleeping, right, and start hacking you, right, wouldn't you be screaming, stop? No, stop, Help. I don't think you would call somebody's name unless you're looking at that person. So, he had put me in the bathroom. Almost sounds like, Dan, hold on. Locks are in, but lock is on the inside of the door. My mom cried. She called my name, screaming my name. He commanded me to clean up in the nude, right? You don't know how he is. She made sure, she mentions, he made me throw my toys off the bed. You know, because I'm just a little girl. She knows exactly which parts to throw out. It's all sympathy. And by the time we get to the end, it's nothing but sympathy. Okay. And he R'd me. Later on, we're going to get back to that. He grabbed her bag that she already said was packed, but now she says that he picked out the clothes. So another lie, because earlier in one of the videos we did, she mentioned that she had a bag packed. Okay, so she just needs to stop lying because she cannot keep up with her lies. No more tears. Totally dry. No more. Like, it gets to the point where I just wanted to hit her through the. I just wanted to hit her. It was so cringe, bizarre, not normal human behavior. Okay, I think she needs to be in a mental asylum. No more tears. I have money and a feeding tube, and it's very important. Do you know when I can get all these things back? She totally feels like she is going home. Did they argue? No. I know why they, hold on, had an argument. He says, did they argue? She says no. Then right after she says no, she says, I know why they had an argument. He was feeding her things, and she was going with it to a point. Like, she wouldn't just, like on the last one we did, she didn't just jump on the bandwagon. She had to wait to see where he was going with it before her mind computed, well, okay, I can talk about this. Yeah, he did it. You know, that I need. Did they have an argument? No, I know why they had an argument, because Gypsy paid more attention to him. She said, because I was paying more attention to him than her. I say justice for Dee Dee. Okay. For real, justice for Dee Dee. She's saying that Dee Dee was dragging his name. The detective started leading her again. I wrote that down. It's sickening. He wanted to R her. She don't know where the knife came from. I love my mom so much. If she knew he'd off her, she would have never been involved with him. Oh, yeah, and he's into BDSM. But we found out that she actually introduced Dan to BDSM. So she already knew about BDSM. Nick did not introduce it to her. We have receipts of her buying BDSM supplies. She speaks in the text about backdoor business. Hi, sassy. And I agreed to it. So first you say he argued, but now you're saying I agreed to it. Okay. I guess, but we know Gypsy actually introduced Dan to the BDSM. Consensual sex at his house, but not in her house. You know, that schmecks they were talking about through the whole time they were texting. Yeah, okay. How she was enticing him and leading him on, just like she did to Ryan. Okay. That's why Ryan's psycho for her. Because of everything she wrote to him, told him, and then physically said to him when they were face to face out of prison. Okay? He went psycho because she introduced him to this crazy sexual side that he obviously never had. Okay? And if he did, he had a shell something out for it. Okay, let's be honest. And now he has this saying, I'm gonna do it all for you. And then when the cameras are on, she's like, ugh, ew, ee. Yeah, but he was good enough to get you out of jail, right? He was good enough for the paperwork, right? Okay. Um, Consensual, but not at his house, but not at her house. Talks about the schmecks in the hotel. But her video proved 100% different. She was like, oh, yeah, we didn't have schmecks right away. You made a whole video and the whole world saw it. Like, this is why, hold on, let me just put a little marker here. This is why I don't understand, Gypsy, why you won't agree. Oh, I understand, but I don't understand why you won't agree to a lie detector test. Me and you, who has real trauma, right? Who should be really benefiting from their trauma? Somebody that did not cause the trauma or somebody that actually caused the trauma? Okay, my whole thing is you are okay with talking about your trauma. You're fine with it. You even told Chris Jericho, you told the whole world your trauma. You even told the whole world your menstrual cycle dates and your ovulation dates. Girl, we know everything about you inside and out. Okay? But you won't take a lie detector test to prove your books? Hmm? Okay. 100% different from what she's saying. That video proved. I want to protect him. I just wanted to protect him. You framed him. What are you talking about? You freaking framed him. But I didn't do anything wrong. Not Chip Jap. Okay. He wore a really scary clown clothes. Like just painting a picture, of how terrible this dude is, right? Of a villain. She's painting a picture of a villain. He was so scary. She never went into the bedroom, right? I went towards the bedroom and he put me in the bathroom. Physically shows how. So she makes this gesture. She stands up and too much information. Nobody asked you for that shit. You're lying. Anytime somebody exaggerates when they really truly don't have to, he pushed me in the bathroom. Closed the door behind me. Said stay. That's all you had to say. You start, ooh, and he did, ooh. Hi, Sassy. You understand? Lies. Too much detail. She's talking about this white nightgown, and I start getting this spiritual flash of this is not the only nightgown because it happened 2 times. Okay? So I feel like, and I got a receipt. We'll talk about. Let me write that down. Wait. Gotta write that down because I just thought about that. Night gown. All right. Hopefully, I don't forget to look back at the page. So there was no blood. I feel like that's not what she wore when Dan was there. I'm sorry, my baby scribbled on this, so I'm kind of like reading. Yeah. Hold on. I don't feel like that's what she wore when Dan was there. And it is in the trash. So I feel like it's been discarded before Nick even got there. I feel like there was this big, massive cleanup job before Nick got there. And that's why I truly want to ask Nick, when he walked in, did he smell cleaning chemicals? Because you would smell a lot of cleaning chemicals trying to get up blood. Okay. And we spoke about something. Did we speak about that? Oh, I can't remember. It might be in this. I'm not sure. It might be in this. Hold on. I know what he was doing. Hold on. Okay, I missed a spot. Hold on. In the trash. I heard her waking up. So you're in the bathroom. Your mom's being schmurdered. And she says, I could hear her waking up. What does that sound like? I'm just waking up. What does that even mean? She screamed, ah, right? She was startled. Okay, so she's waking up. I'm scared, right? She screamed louder. Ah, right? And now she's moaning. Louder than, louder and louder. And then she screamed. Hold on. Louder and moaning louder. Hold on. Moaning louder than the scream. I don't even know what that meant. Gypsy, I know what he was doing. Gypsy says, I knew what he was doing. Okay. She was afraid when he was schmurdering Dee Dee. Said that Nick said, you won't keep us apart. You'll be dead before that happens. As he's... Okay. She heard it in the bathroom with her ears covered. So she heard all of this moaning, waking up, screaming. Oh, I'm sorry. Louder than... She screams, Gypsy! Gypsy! While being schmurdered. See, the only possible way I feel like somebody is going to be screaming out somebody else's name that's not schmurdering them is... I don't know. Because wouldn't you be trying to fight for your life? If you turned around while you're being schmurdered and you saw somebody, wouldn't you call their name? Gypsy! Gypsy! If it's not somebody you know, wouldn't you be screaming, stop, wait? She didn't say she ever said stop. She said Gypsy. Not to mention when she said that, she didn't say it here, but she said it somewhere else, that her last words were, Gypsy, don't hurt me. Don't that sound like something while it's actually happening? Hello. All right. With her ears covered. And then she demonstrates that. You already know how I feel about the demonstration. Okay. He was in the bedroom. Wait, she heard it in the bedroom. Okay. He was in the bedroom. Now the detective notices hickeys. One's a bruise. She told him, she said Nick to bite her so she could probably explain away the bruises on her knuckles once they realized she had bruises on her knuckles. When asked, we dropped some blood. Oh, that part. We dropped some blood. Now she's talking about, or what she's insinuating is from Nick. But I think Dee Dee, because of looking at the crime scene, looking at the mattress, looking at the pad on top of the mattress, there's no blood. There's literally no blood. I think it happened elsewhere. And they were moving her and dropped her, or she leaked. And hence why I keep smelling so much cleaning, spiritually, cleaning agents before Nick even got there. Okay? Did Dan and Gypsy move Dee Dee's body? And Dan roughed her up. I feel like maybe while Dan was there, she purposely might have dropped some blood. Like, before she was thinking, oh, I'm going to let Nick take the fall, maybe she felt like she could do this to Dan. But Dan roughed her up, and that's where some of the bruises came from, other than her telling Nick to bite me and give me a hickey. You understand? This way, but I feel like she tried it first with him, and he wasn't going for it. He roughed her up and was like, girl, clean that shit up. What the fuck you doing? You understand? Like, he put his foot down and was like, nope. Clean that shit up right now. So I feel like she was butt naked cleaning 2 times. The second time, I don't feel like she really cleaned because she was framing. She was leaving his bloody tissue in the garbage, right? Because she tried to frame Dan like Nick, but she figured out fast he's not going for it. Then she had to do it again with Nick and his blood. So then, hold on. He asked her, were the teeth print... Oh, no, I'm asking, were the teeth print ever compared to Nick and Dee Dee's mouth? Using carpet cleaner. So she does mention carpet cleaner. But again, my spidey senses say she cleaned up twice, okay? And she demonstrates him pushing her and forcing her to clean this big drop they're talking about. She's talking about. I don't think there was a big drop. What the is a big drop? A body. A big woman's body. A big drop. They were trying to move her and they dropped her. I'm telling you, when I seen her wheelchair, how clean that thing was scrubbed, instantly I knew it. She was moved in that wheelchair. Gypsy scrubbed it clean. That's what that black crap was in. Did they not test anything? Jesus. The big drop, she says. The big drop. So you cut your hand. That's not a big drop. You're going to get droplets. Bloop, 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 as you walk around. Probably be like this, so it's going to be dripping. She says a big drop. She makes it sound like a body. Boom. Fell. And if it's not, maybe when they dropped her, everything from her back spewed out. Keep going. Did they drop Dee Dee? Moving her to the bed. Now, I looked up Dee Dee's death date. It says the 9th. You know who wasn't there on the 9th? Nick. I don't know if it's here yet, but we'll get to it. But I want to say it now. He asked her what day did this happen. She messes up and says the 9th. But I don't think she messed up. She messed up because she was supposed to say the 10th. She told the truth. It did happen on the 9th. Probably around 10:40. When she made peace with her mother. She told Nick, I made peace with my mom. So why are you killing her? What? She was already gone by the time he said that. So, he gets mad. The detective gets mad. How can you remember this, but not this? Right? With the dates. I don't know. Right? The 9th at night. So she's saying at night, on the 9th, that's when it happened. You mean like 10:40? Okay. I didn't do anything. Not me. Immediately stops crying. After he walks out, he walks out, he's mad. Immediately stops crying. He comes back, he looks at the bite marks. Picks her teeth. She starts picking her teeth. This is a cycle. Okay. She hears a noise and then she starts sniffling again. Right? So every time she hears a noise, she starts this crying act, right? They don't always come in. It gets really creepy with her laying on the floor trying to listen, but they see her. So every time she lays on the floor, they come right to the door and she has to jump up and pretend she's crying again. And I'm just scared. I'm sure you are. You shouldn't have killed your mom. She hears a noise. She starts sniffling, hears him coming, and she starts crying now. Did she sleep naked, he asked. A blue nightgown. That's what Dee Dee was wearing. She goes back to the hall cleaning and blood to the kitchen. She made sure she wasn't on the hotel bill. He came back and he's just asking random questions, but she made sure she wasn't on that hotel bill. She went back to the hotel because she felt sick. Now, she said she felt sick, but we all saw that video, okay? But we all saw that video of them in bed. Um, at this point, right, she don't wear the wig now, right? And that's big because I believe at that point is when she started doing the Facebook messages, so that Nick could get caught. Because her original plan was never to be with Nick or leaving with Nick. He probably was like, "No, you gotta come with me. You can't stay here." And she's like, "Okay, a kidnapping," you know. So now she's hiding so nobody sees her. But now she's not hiding. Now she's not wearing a wig. Now she, excuse me, wants to be recognized. Okay. Brings me to that Facebook text. Watch my playlist, please. The poor innocent daughter. Great. You should have heard her screams, which I caught on Dr. Phil. Watch my playlist. Where she admits he never raped her. Where she admits she wrote that. Okay. And it was to make her look what? Innocent. The poor innocent daughter. She has been planning this for years, people. Um, you should have heard her screams. Now she never felt like he would hurt her at his house, right? No, no. I felt so safe with him at his house, you know. But you didn't get help. But you didn't help your mom because you said you thought he'd kill you. Okay, but now he's not gonna kill you. Now he's awesome, right? Oh, he has an evil side. Painting a picture. Okay. I couldn't even wear my cross. Gypsy, that's because you're a murderer. You can't wear a cross. You can't meet Jesus, Gypsy. You fucked that up. I met him on a Christian dating site. You did not. You met him in that BDSM crap. She was into the BDSM groups. She sent him clothing when he met the mother, Dee Dee, at the can't think, the movie theater. So she was already stealing from her mom. She's a drug addict. She's a thief. She's a murderer. Okay. She's stealing Dee Dee's pills. She mentions it in the receipts later that I'm going to show you. Because she wanted to make a good impression. No, she wanted him to be eye candy. What I see happening is we got the movie theater, right? You go there. Here, Mom, this is my boyfriend. Oh, ain't he lovely? Nick, sit there. I need to use the bathroom. She goes to use the bathroom, but she's meeting a whole new man in the bathroom first. Because it was never about Nick. Nick was just the eye candy. Keep your eye on him. Don't watch me so I can go do what I want to do in the bathroom with him. Now, because Dan was a good boy and stayed seated, now I can take you into the bathroom and do what I need to do. Because this is the way we hook up nowadays. Nympho. So, she's still doing nymphotic things. Look here while I do things in the bathroom or in the background with Dan. Okay. Dee Dee said he's dangerous. Again, painting a picture. If he's so dangerous, you wouldn't have took that picture of. Oh God. Yo, that picture. Painting a picture. Okay. Now he mentions the post. Okay. So I'm on point because just a few minutes ago I said, oh, that brings me to that post, you know. Where are we? Somewhere up there. You can rewind, whatever. I said it already. I put it on there because I wanted them to call my mom. So you're telling me, you said the innocent daughter was great, then you should have heard her screams. Because you wanted them to find your mom? No, you wanted them to find you. You wanted to be, oh, he kidnapped me. I did nothing wrong, like you've been saying the past 3 hours, right? Um, Meanwhile, and you did that then because you wanted to be found. That's why you stopped wearing your wigs, started going to public. You wanted somebody to find you, not your mother. You knew that somebody would check on your mother with that type of post, and immediately they'd be looking for you. He'd go to jail as soon as somebody spotted you because you weren't wearing a disguise no more, right? But the post actually says Gypsy's innocent and in danger. We know you're not innocent. We know you weren't in danger. We know you were the danger. We know you are the trauma. It's you. You're the only common denominator in all of this crap. You. She says she heard Nick. Can't wait to finish this one. um, she heard Nick say these things, and that's why she posts those words. Okay, Gypsy, because we believe everything you say, right? You would never lie. I don't have a whole series of you just lying. She was setting him up. She was framing him because she didn't want to be with him. I want them to know something was wrong. Now you wanted everybody to know something was wrong. What? That you murdered your mama? No, you wanted to be found because you were tired of being with him. You'd never wanted to be with him. I'm gonna get engaged. You're lying. This is something you created in a fantasy world to him to get your way. You never had plans on marrying nobody. You totally had plans of divorcing Ryan as soon as you got out because that's exactly what you did. She wanted to be found, people. Okay, that's why she stopped wearing the wigs. She's walking around about. Around about was mentioned a burner phone. Oh, so she kind of like in a roundabout way mentions this burner phone she had in her backpack and says he said post it. We know that's a lie. We've already seen that was a lie. But he claims the complete opposite. He was like, "What? You did what?" Hold on. She still thinks she's going home. It's hilarious. Um, she hears him coming and repositions herself, and she starts bawling again. He opens the door, and immediately she stops crying. And he's like, all right, let's take pictures. So she hears him. She's like, he opens the door. She's like, he's like, all right, we're going to take pictures. And she's like, stands up. Okay, Miss Phony Baloney. Stops crying. He takes pictures of her face, her left shoulder, her neck, her collarbone, her arms, her right shoulder, her hands, and the bottoms of her hands. She mentions how she has rug burn on her knees from cleaning the carpet. Now that might be true. It might be from cleaning the carpet 2 times. It might be from schmecks, and it might be from fighting the mother. Because hold on, let me put a little thing here so I know where I'm at. If she's on the back of Dee Dee, in a different area of the house on the floor and the carpet, her knees would be spread. Okay. And those bruises she has here was exactly what I showed you when she had a tantrum about being Hufflepuff. She said exactly where the bruises are. So she's going like this on Dee Dee's face, and her knees are moving. She's going to have carpet burn. 100%. Plausible. So, it actually shows signs of a fight, and she's on top. Okay? There's a lot of stuff you left out. I did not think of this. He wanted to. I don't hate my mom. Who you lying to, Gypsy? Yourself at this point. I didn't murder my mom, sir. I'm not able to be in jail. Sympathy card. I have a lot of medical issues in here. Again, sympathy card. Funny, no crying. And then all of a sudden, I want a lawyer. I want a lawyer. Totally frantic. I want a lawyer. And then she sits back down calm. He was like, yeah, we'll get to it in a minute. And she sits down. There's no more tears, no more crying, right? And she sits calm. This one. She takes teeth out. She takes her teeth out. And says out loud while nobody's there. Okay, but she knows they're listening. I did not. Oh, yeah. She just says out loud. She takes her teeth out. Right? I did not. Hears him coming. He walks in. And then she starts to crying again. She hears him coming. Start crying. You weren't crying all this other time, right? No, she hears him. He walks in. It's an act. All for sympathy. Hold on. He walks out again. She's like, I need someone to help me. Listen, you murdered your mama, not me. You're fair game, okay? I ain't the murderer. You are, okay? I need someone to help me, please. Help me. She's saying this out loud when nobody's there in a cry voice. This is probably how she played Dan, Nick, Ryan, and now Ken. I need somebody to help me, Ken. Save me from him. He's like 400 pounds. He's so controlling, and he's a sex addict. Like you? I didn't do this out loud. Oh, she says out loud, I didn't do this. No one's there, but she hears them in the hallway as she stares at the door. Every time she hears them, she starts crying. Now she's wobbling, getting up to go to the door to listen. She drops on the floor and she's like listening. And every time they see her get down, they go right to the door and she has to jump up like... she got caught like 4 times. It was really weird. On the floor, she jumps back. They open it again and again. I'm just scared. Well, maybe you shouldn't have killed your mama, right? They say they're going to take her to jail. She puts her teeth back in. So now she knows the sympathy card ain't going to work. They said, we're taking you back to jail. They leave out the room. So now she puts her teeth back in. Calculated. Okay, this is premeditation, just so y'all know. Back in, now her gig is up. Can you give me a mess? Can you give Nick a message? No, we ain't giving Nick no message. So let me go back to this, see what I wrote. Oh yeah, I gotta post that. So in one of the posts, I'm gonna show you now. I'm gonna try to do another voiceover to show you. Remember, she said at 9. Where is it? Yeah, 9 o'clock at night is when Dee Dee was murdered. According to Gypsy. Okay? The only person's story we have, because nobody else is talking, right? So, remember that. 9 o'clock at night. That's all I'm going to ask you to remember. Now, don't go nowhere. We're going to jump into this, excuse me, into these texts just real quick, okay? Unless you want me to do, it's like 40 minutes. All right, I'll do it. Bye. Okay, so let's start off with the last one, okay? So at 2 o'clock in the morning, June 10th, Nick was still not at Dee Dee's house. Let me repeat that. At 2 o'clock in the morning on June 10th, Nick was not there. Dee Dee's death date, hold on. Okay, so the coroner wrote her down June 9th is the day she died. Gypsy says June 9th. And she remembers. It was June 9th. Yes, baby, one moment. Okay, gotta watch what I say. She's still right here with me. Don't take all the books. Take one or two, okay? Just one or two. That's fine. Not all of them. So again, look at, he's still not at her house. June 10th. I'm telling you, 10:40 in the text messages. On June 9th, she texts Nick and says, I made peace with my mom. If it wasn't anything other than schmurder, right, then you wouldn't have to schmurder. If you made real peace with your mother, you would not have to schmurder her. But your peace was the schmurder on June 9th at 10:40 at night. Okay? Now, let's look at some other stuff. Hold on. Okay, here. Damn near 2 a.m., June 10th. Darling, call the cab. He was not there on the 9th. Hello. Hold on, there's more. Remember we were talking about that nightgown, and I said, I feel like there's two of them, and one got thrown in the garbage. Well, look at this. She says, 'cause at the hotel we can go slow. Oh, and you may not need to put on the gloves, 'cause we will sink it, so it's never found.
It's Wednesday.
Meaning, is it?
It's Wednesday.
Okay, put that down. That's mommy's. So my thing is, you planned on sinking things. Is there a body of water near her house? I wanna go diving. I'm not even playing. Because I feel like, yeah, one moment please. I can't concentrate, okay? I wanna go diving because I feel like there is the first schmurder's evidence in that water. Wherever she's talking about sinking it. And that's why all of Nick's DNA was left in the house. It was purposely left because it was a frame job, okay? There's no way that Dee Dee's death date could be the 9th when he wasn't even there at 2 a.m. on the 10th, okay? Let's keep going. I just want to note how sick this chick is, okay? Look what she tells him. What was that last line? Disgusting. Okay, hold on. So this text actually makes me feel like they never actually did anything at the movies, because how is he saying that we just need time to prove it? Like, he's acting like they've never kissed and they don't know how to kiss, and that they're gonna need practice. What? You don't know how to kiss, but you know how to I'm gonna watch my words. The baby's here. Now, after saying at 10:40 on the 9th, that she made peace with her, now she's saying she's drifting off to sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning. I just don't see Dee Dee staying up all night long at all. I just can't see that, okay? I think she just wants to be like, okay, hurry up. I need you here already. I'm going to show you here. Okay. But this is what she was looking up, okay, and ordering. Guard dogs, 65 million volt police stun guns, double locking steel police handcuffs. This is stuff she's looking up on Amazon, okay? Look what she bought. She was watching filmingcops.com, tasing, handcuffing girl to death. Do you see what she's watching? What? This girl is sick in the head. She needs to be in a mental health facility for life, okay? I do want to show you one more thing. Here, somebody was saying to me that what I'm doing is fake and I'm a liar. And she said she wanted me to do a reading with the teddy bear in the middle of the room. She said, oh, let me guess. You don't have to prove anything, right? I said, girl, you don't know me. Don't step on sassy. Oh, thank you. I said, of course I don't have to prove it, but you don't know me. I've been doing this 9 years. I have nothing to hide. See, now Gypsy See, this is where the projection comes in. Gypsy, you spoke about all your traumas. You went into detail with perfect strangers, with the entire world, in books, on interviews, with Jericho. Like, ew, what are you doing, right? So you, Gypsy, should have no problem proving it. Backing up with a lie detector test to prove that your books are real and not fictional. You can't sell a book and claim this is real life stuff that happened to you when it didn't. Okay? Prove it. You have nothing to hide. We know your whole menstrual cycle, girl. We know it all. Okay? We know when you ovulate. We know who's eating what. Like, you have no shame in your game. Why would you not do a lie detector test? Why? Your mother was beautiful. You could never be your mother.